Christian agents, whom we all call docs. And they use their documents to do this, which we also call docs. And what else does doc sound like? A dock on the water, right? Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time, right? The dock sits on the bay, just like the song says. And what is a bay? According to the definition, a bending or curving of the shore of the sea or of a lake, so as to form a more or less enclosed body of water, an opening into the land, or an arm of the sea, where the water is shut in on all sides except at the entrance. Now pay attention to what it just said. It's an arm of the sea where you are shut in on all sides. And this arm is about to grab you and pull you into maritime jurisdiction in the very first minutes that you're born. And where does this arm of the sea immediately place you? On the dock. The dock is on the bay. And what is a dock? Let's see what both the noun and the verb of the word dock means. And we'll start with the verb. To curtail or diminish, as to dock and entail. So the moment you are born, the arm of the sea comes to curtail or diminish your status as a sovereign or a king or a queen. Now let's see what the noun means. The cage or enclosed space in a criminal court where prisoners stand when brought in for trial. See, we always hear about how we're born into sin. This is what they're really talking about. They put you into maritime law at the dock of the bay the very moment you're born. You're brought into a criminal court where prisoners stand for trial at the very moment you're born, because your parents gave you away as property to the church. They didn't give you away to some rogue government. They gave you away to the church. When you're born, they bring your mother to the doctor, who's also known as the doc. And when she's about to deliver you, right? Deliver you or give you away. What does Amazon do when it delivers a package? It gives the package away. Okay? Her water breaks and you come down her birth canal. So you can start seeing how all of this has to do with the water. This is maritime law. And this is how it all starts. This is the definition of being born into sin. Later, the definition says, a dock is an artificial basin in connection with a harbor used for the reception of vessels and the taking on or discharging of their cargoes, and provided with gates for preventing the rise and fall of the waters occasioned by the tides, and keeping a uniform level within the docks. So a dock is used for the reception of vessels and the taking on or discharging of their cargoes. But is your mother a vessel if she's a Christian? First, let's see what the word vessel means in the law dictionary. A ship, brig, sloop, or other craft used in navigation. The word in its broadest sense is more comprehensive than ship. Any structure which is made to float upon the water for purposes of commerce or war, whether impelled by wind, steam, or oars. Any structure, especially a hollow one, made to float upon the water for purpose of navigation, craft for navigation of the water, often specifically one larger than a common rowboat. as a war vessel, a passenger vessel. Every description of watercraft or other artificial contrivances used or capable of being used as a means of transportation on the water. Well, we can also float too, and we can navigate on water using our own bodies. But let's see if the church thinks we're vessels. And to do that, we'll see what 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 20 through 21 has to say about vessels. It says, "In a great house there are vessels, not only of gold and silver, but also of wood and pottery. Some of them are given special honor in the way they're used. Others are for menial purposes. So if people purify themselves of dishonorable things, they will become vessels for honor, made holy, pleasing to the master of the house, fit for every good work." Okay? So the Bible says, and this is just one example, because there's a ton of examples that compare us to vessels throughout the Bible. But it says that we should purify ourselves from dishonorable things so that we can become vessels for honor, who are made holy. And why should we do this? Because it is pleasing to the master of the house. They aren't saying because it's pleasing to God. They said because it's pleasing to the master of the house. And what do they do at the dock? They receive vessels that they want to be pleasing to the master of the house. The church is literally putting you under maritime law as slaves the minute you're born into sin. So the doctor or doc is going to receive this vessel, and your mother, who is the vessel, or the ship that is carrying this cargo, which is her baby, is about to be unloaded as cargo on the dock. They tell you exactly what they're doing throughout the whole process. And where do they take the mother to see the doc, or the doctor, who we call Doc, so she can have her baby or unload her cargo? We take her to the delivery room. And what does the word deliver mean by definition? This is the Law Dictionary. The act by which the res, which means thing, or substance thereof, is placed within the actual or constructive possession or control of another. Delivery, required in conveyance of personal chattels as against all but vendor, is delivery in its natural sense. That is a change of possession.